Today we are going to learn active voice and passive voice. In this video, we are going to see what exactly are active and passive voice, its structure, and when to use active and passive voice. Active voice: subject, action, object. Subject does the action. In active voice, subject performs the action and the object receives the action. What is subject? The name of the person or thing we speak about is called subject. We can easily find the subject of a sentence by taking the verb and asking the question who or what. For example, Sita sings well. In this sentence, you ask a question: who sings well? The answer is Sita. So, Sita is the subject. Next sentence: the sun shines brightly. What shines brightly? The sun. So, the sun is the subject. Here you see the government built a new bridge. Who built a new bridge? The government. So, the doer of the action comes as subject. So, the government is a subject. What is a verb? A verb is a word which says something about a subject. It denotes an action. For example, the man killed a snake. What did the man do? He killed a snake. So, kill is an action. So, killed is a verb. In this sentence, what did the government do? The government built a new bridge. So, built is a verb. What is an object? An object is a person or thing on which action is done. It answers the question what or whom. For example, the teacher gave Harry a prize. What did the teacher give? A prize. To whom? Harry. So, a prize is a direct object and Harry is an indirect object. Object answers the question what or whom. In this sentence, what did the government build? A new bridge. So, a new bridge is an object. So, the structure for active voice is S plus V plus O. Subject plus verb plus object. See the next sentence. The doctor is treating these patients. Who is treating these patients? The doctor. The doer of the action is the doctor. So, the doctor is subject. What is he doing? He is treating. So, Is treating is a verb. Whom is he treating? These patients. So, these patients is an object. Passive voice. Object, action, subject. Something is done to the subject. Passive voice is used to show the interest in the person or object experiences an action rather than the person who is performing. Its order is reverse here. In passive voice, object takes the place of subject and subject takes the place of object, with the by being added to it. Now see the sentence. A new bridge was built by the government. In active voice, we saw the sentence as the government built a new bridge. The government was a subject, built was a verb, and a new bridge was an object. In passive voice, object takes the place of subject, subject takes the place of object. Now you see, a new bridge is an object in active voice, but here it comes as a subject. And also, the government is a subject in active, but here it comes as an object. So, in passive, it is in reverse order. Object, action, subject. Object comes as subject, subject comes as object. So, its structure is object plus third form of verb, that is past participle plus by plus subject. See the next sentence. A letter is written by Mohan. Who writes a letter? Mohan. Here, doer of the action comes as an object. What does Mohan write? A letter. So, in passive voice, object takes the place of subject. So, a letter is subject, is written is verb, Mohan is object. So, the structure for active voice is S plus V plus O. Subject plus verb plus object. The structure for passive voice is O plus V3 plus by plus S. Object plus third form of verb, that is past participle plus by plus subject. Active and passive voice both are exactly same in the meaning. We may think which one to use. We generally use active voice only. Then when to use passive voice and what is the need of it? Two main cases to use passive voice. When you don't know the subject at all. For example, Raja's wallet was stolen. Here, we don't know by whom. We don't know the subject. So, we use passive voice. In active voice, the same sentence can be written as someone stole Raja's wallet. So, in passive voice, we do not know the doer of the action. So, Raja's wallet was stolen. So, if we do not know the subject at all, that time we can use passive voice. See the next sentence. All the cookies have been eaten. Here also, we are not aware about the subject, that is, Who ate the cookies? So, again I repeat, when you don't know the subject at all, we can use passive voice. The next one is when you want to give more importance to the action rather than subject who performed the action. When you want to give more importance to the action rather than subject who performed the action. For example, solar power plant will be built. The same sentence can be written in active voice as they will build solar power plant. In passive voice, we are giving more importance to the solar power plant being built. Least concern about the person who are building it. So, we are giving more importance to the action that is performed on the object rather than who is building it. See the next example. The road is being repaired. Here also, we are not interested in who is repairing the road, interested in the repair activity. So, passive voice can be used when you don't know the subject at all and when you want to give more importance to the action rather than subject who performed the action. These are the main two cases where you can use passive voice. Let's revise. Active voice. Subject, action, object. Subject performs the action and the object receives the action. The structure of active voice is S plus V plus O. Subject plus verb plus object. Passive voice. Object, action, subject. More importance is given to the object and the action that is being performed rather than who has performed the action. The structure of passive voice is O plus V3 plus by plus S. Object plus third form of verb, that is past participle plus by plus subject. We can use passive voice when you don't know the subject and when you want to focus on the action rather than who did it. Do the given exercise. Identify active and passive voice. We elected Ashok captain. We shall be laughed at by everyone. The telegram has been sent. We refused them admission. The crops have been ruined by the rain. Mr. Jaipal was chosen chairman. We must stop the criminals before they commit crimes. Somebody has stolen my laptop. People speak English all over the world. Ria narrates a story to the children.